everyone, it's me again, Rosie B, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I'm sorry guys that I haven't made a video for a while because I was extremely busy and just started working, and since I was not able to drive yet, my husband have to pick me at work whenever he's done working, and sometimes he had a late interview or sometimes it's so traffic, so I will be get home a little bit late every day, and I have to do other works. You know that I do immigration services, so when I get back from work, I might have a client, I do their documents, I work for their paper, so there were no time for me to make videos. But now guys, I'm starting driving. It's like a week now that I started driving, guys. I had my driver's license as I passed my driving test, so I will be making a video because I am really independent right now. I don't have to wait for my husband to wake up to give me a ride. Guys, I can now drive because I work in Solon, which is 25 to 30 minutes away from where we live. So I really need to have my driver's license, although I've been driving for a while in the Philippines, but here in the US it's really different. And car here in the US is necessity because it's so hard to commute. It takes you forever to go for a train, especially if you work, because especially my work is in the other town, which is in Solon, Ohio. So the car that I've been driving right now, guys, is Garrett's car, the Nissan Rogue that we bought last year. That's what I drove. And I bought him a car. So I bought Garrett a car, a Land Cruiser Range Rover. That's what the car that I bought for him. And if you ask me how would I able to bought a car when I just start working, so little did you know that when I get here in the US, Garrett already, I had my SNN 2 weeks after I applied for an SNN, and Garrett's put me in his, he opened a credit card for me. It's just a supplementary credit card, and he also put me in his bank account, so I already have a record. But when I start working, me and Garrett agreed that my salary will all go to our savings, and all of his salary in TV, podcast, whatever he does will take care of all of our bills, all of our expenses, whether it's for entertainment, bills, and all of that. So I've been saving my salary since I start working. Garrett take care of all of our bills, and my salary went to savings. So when I passed my driving test, Garrett asked me if what type of car that I like, because we are going to get a car for me. But before that, when we look for a car, I always notice him searching for that car. He really liked Land Cruiser Range Rover. That's what he really likes if he will have another SUV. But I said I just want a sedan. I just like a small car to get me to work. I'm not really a car person. But every time we search, he always look at the search, and he said if I got enough next year, I'll buy this car. He always told me that, and I always hear that he always told me about how much he liked that car. So when we decided that he will get a car for me, so guys, Garrett didn't know, so I pre-approved myself if I could afford that car, if I will be approved for a Range Rover Land Cruiser car. So what I did is I pre-approved myself, and I called this car dealership where Garrett used to look for this car that he really likes. If I could be approved with that car, I asked the guy that I will be off work at 5, so I want to know that everything is okay when I get there. And since I've been saving, Garrett opened a credit card for me right after I get my work authorization. So I get another credit card that I just paid off every time, and I really didn't use, just for me to have a credit history here in the US, because here in the US it's so hard to get a car if you don't have a good credit score or a good credit history. And since I didn't really use that card and I paid it every time, so I get a good credit score, and I save all of my money from my work. So when they verify everything where I work, so I was able to get approved for that car. So I was approved for a Land Cruiser Range Rover car. So I told the guy that I'm actually surprising my husband for this car, so I want everything to be ready. So I gave him all the information that I got. So when we get on the car dealership, I asked Garrett, oh, hey, this is the car that you like. You might wanna try it. So he tried it. I know how much he liked it very much because he kept on talking to the guy like, hey, all the features, all of that, and he can't get his eyes off of that car. He doesn't know that it's his car. So the guy said, because I already called the guy that we bought the car dealership, I already called ahead of time and I already told him that this is my surprise to my husband. Sorry guys, I was not able to video that day. It's because I was working, my phone is almost dead, and I've been calling this car dealership and I don't have that much battery. So I was not able to take a video of him because I actually my phone died, but Garrett's reaction was so priceless because I wanted to give him that car because Garrett really did all his best for me to be independent in this country. He made it sure that I got my green card, I could drive. And when I start working, even if he was busy, sometimes he worked 7 days a week. He do videos, he edit videos, he worked on TV, he worked on radio, but still, he drives me every morning, even if sometimes he gets sick. So I was thinking of just surprising him to give him a car that he likes. So when we got there, he tested this car, and after that he said, oh, you have to, what car do you like to go for a work? But I know he really likes it. I said, oh, I already called this guy. I already decided what type of car that I like. He said, you did? He was kind of upset because he felt like I didn't ask him that I already choose a car. I didn't ask him idea. But when we sat down and we have to sign the paperwork, that's why I told him, actually, that car that you are testing, the car that you are trying to drive, that you can get your eyes off, that's your car. And at first he was confused. Like I said, I already called the guy, told him that I already approved. I get pre-approved that day from morning. I already do my paperwork. So we just get here there to sign the papers, to sign on the documents for me to get that car. So he was so surprised. He was so happy. So this is the car, guys, that I bought for my husband. So I will give you a tour, guys, of the car that I bought for him. About this car after a few days of driving your new fancy car. See? Wow. Can you see?
It got good acceleration.
Okay.
Actually, the stereo system is not as good as that car.
My car?
Yeah.
No, your car?
Yeah, it's not as good as the Nissan Rogue. The interior is nice, but the interior can get dirty. What else? The sunroof is pretty cool. Because it's like the whole thing.
That's so cool.
But I'll be feeling like I can't just have that out. Like, it's just like weird. It's Cleveland, so you can't get that off. Besides that, you know, I like my little smelly things. Those are cool. But then again, you can buy those anywhere. So, but you know, it's pretty cool.
It's so fancy.
It's kind of tricky to drive. Like you gotta hit this little button, and then there's all these modes. Like there's off-road modes, like, right? I don't know what it does. Obviously it has 4-wheel drive, but that one has 4-wheel drive. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Look at this car. That's so fancy.
What you think?
So fancy.
I
fancy.
I tried to get you. I tried to get you to drive. You didn't want to drive.
Oh my God! I'm so afraid to drive a luxury car.
I tried to get you to drive. You wouldn't do it.
Okay, guys. This is his new baby. I'm no longer his baby.
No, I wouldn't call it all that. I mean, I don't have a kid yet. You're supposed to be working on that.
Oh, this guy. So guys, this is the camera. It's so wide. You can see everything in your back. So there's no reason for you to hit somebody if you go reverse because it's so wide.
Yeah. You shouldn't hit much.
So how was the ride? Is it hard?
Well, it's about the same. I've been here, used to it.
Okay.
How was your ride over here?
My ride is okay. I've been driving that car. See guys, later guys, I will show you that it's light. It's like a Range Rover, right? So this is the car, guys. It's so wide. It's like luxury. So guys, this is how wide is the back of the car. Just get our grocery. So that's the car, guys. Actually, Garrett say it on TV. The next day that I bought him a car, he was so pumped. So the next day he told it on TV that I bought him a car. So this is the clip, guys, of what he tells to the TV that I surprised him with a car. So
shout out to my wife. So if you don't know, my wife came here on a K1 visa. We've been married over a year. So when you get here, you can't drive. You have to get adjusted. So we did driving. And we drove around and we got her together and she finally passed her driving test. So,
nice.
So for me, look, passed her driving
Mike
test,
was
right?
honking the horn.
So she passed her driving test, and so before then, I used to have to get up at like 6 to go take her to work. She works in Seoul, and I live in Lakewood. And then I used to have to go. I come here, do the show. Then I would try to work out or try to do what I can or whatever, and then get back. And then I would have to be back on the road to pick her up in rush hour traffic. So we did that for the last 3 months. So we were going to go get her a car, and we was like, okay, we got to figure out what we're gonna do. And I was just we were gonna get a new cheap car. I don't know, she wanted a Honda or something. And so I leave, and I'm coming back, and I'm talking to a guy, and she surprised me and bought me a car.
What? Wow.
So my wife brought me a car, and I didn't even know. She had it all set up and everything.
Look
so
at that. What kind of car?
She bought me a Range Rover.
Wow. You like it?
What you mean?
What's not to like about a Range Rover?
What are you talking about, bro?
No, I'm saying.
Hell yeah! so
That's awesome.
She's super smart. So she has an immigration consulting business. So she's like, I don't know, she's kind of cool. So
doing
she's
her thing.
freaking awesome, man. And she's an accountant. So congrats,
Kudos to your wife.
Thank you, dear. Thank you, dear. You're the
awesome.
best. You're the best wife ever.
Buying you a car.
That just beat Mike Polk's last take.
But she did say I can't buy no more shoes. So Tyvis, the competition is off because I have a Range Rover.
Tapping out. That's okay.
Well,
You got the
You
Range
can't
Rover.
argue there. She bought you a car. You can't argue
I
about
can't
it.
say nothing.
Yeah.
Guys, to all those Filipina or all of those other nationality that you will come here in the US, the only benefit that you could reap off the benefit of coming here is when you start working or you do something financially, because it's so different in my country. The pay is really small compared here in the United States. So if you work, it's really help your husband's financial income, because like me and Garrett, we both work, so we decided to have my salary and savings, while his salary will take care all of our bills. So it's really very important that you have another sources of income than that of your husband. That's, I guess, for me, you could reap the benefits of being here in the United States. And other than that, guys, even though I'm working, I also do other side track, like I do immigration services. That makes me also have other income. So when I apply for a credit for an expensive car, I was approved because Garrett put me on his business as part of his business. So I used his business name to do my immigration consultancy, and since it's earns well, so that's the only thing, because I added in my income that make me approve for a credit. So I after I work, as an accounting manager in a manufacturing company. At the end of the day, I still have to work. If I have clients, I do their documents, I do their paper. I still do immigration services, and actually it helps me send money back to my family in the Philippines while I was enjoying also. It's really helpful that I am now started working because I don't need to wait for him. I become independent, and it's really been very helpful for me mentally. It's really very been helpful for me to think, and I can earn, I can buy whatever I want. Now I can drive, I become independent, and I can help him financially. So that's all, guys. That's all that I'm going to share for today. So I hope, guys, you enjoy this video. Don't worry, I'll be making more videos from now on because I can drive, I have time now, I become independent. So thank you, guys, for watching my video. I really appreciate of you tuning into my channel, subscribing to the channel, and supporting me all the way. I will never be inspired to do things without those people who inspired me in my channel, who comment, who do their feedback, who buy my services, who trust me. I will not get all of these benefits that I have right now if you are not supporting me. So thank you so much, guys. I will promise to do more videos in the coming days.